I've sort of always had a love-hate relationship with winter. To me, it's a season that presents immense potential but doesn't always deliver. I love the idea of beautiful snow-covered trees and white mountains, the soft white snow transforming the landscape into a pure winter wonderland. But unfortunately, the central Appalachian Mountains, which I call home, are pretty much completely bare this time of year, following the disposal of leaves during fall. Temperatures drop significantly, winds pick up, but snowstorms are few and far between. And when they do come, it shuts nearly everything down, making it very difficult to get to where the best views are. Every now and then there is a storm that leaves enough snow in the trees for a while that I can get out and capture it. And those trips, while they are rare, bring me much joy. Learning to appreciate and make the most of this season from a creative perspective has been a serious challenge. But this year I wanted to renew how I see it. And that began with the first snow of the year here in Central Virginia. Okay, so it actually snowed a pretty decent amount here last night, and it's looking beautiful. Unfortunately, the roads are not quite good enough to get out to the mountains yet, but I am planning to head over to campus to visit my friend Andre, and we're gonna go head up to the trails. I haven't seen Andre in a while, so it should be a lot of fun.
What film are we shooting on today, Andre?
We are shooting the one and only Kodak Gold. Can't go wrong with it. It's always a personal favorite of mine. It's the first roll I ever shot. So I just taking it back to the good old days. Beautiful day out, wonderful snow.
Can't get much better than this.
It really can't.
Spot.
Yeah.
Looks like the snow is starting to come down again.
Oh yeah, big flurries. It's gonna be a good rest of the day now.
Although the path is slightly obstructed. What do we do, Andre?
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to jump it. Who knows what lays on the other side?
If we get enough speed, we can clear it.
Oh, for sure. I saw it in a movie once. It's a doozy.
You enjoying the snow, Andre?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like a little child again.
I know.
Back when life was so simple and I didn't have to worry about taxes and healthcare. Truly the day. I miss it.
Yes, indeed. There's just something about the snow that's so refreshing. Because, I mean, here it only snows once or twice a year.
Oh, yeah.
So to get something like this is really special. And to be able to go out and capture it is also really, really special. So it's such a good time. And this happened last year, and I think it's even better this year that we got ice on the trees. Just makes everything like magical. And just a total winter wonderland. It's a boost of inspiration that we all need this time of year when it's kind of a creative drought.
Oh yeah, it's like you're walking in Narnia. Just going through the little forest. I'm just waiting to find a lamppost somewhere and some witch giving me, what snack was it again? Turkish Delight, there we go.
That's what it is.
That was so good in the movie. Oh, I just loved it. I would have taken that treat any day. I don't care what she would have done.
Oh, it's getting foggy up there.
Wow.
That's gonna be so cool. Okay, so we have made it to the top of the mountain now, and the view we have here is just absolutely insane. Just, we're totally above everything. And it was a little foggy earlier, but the fog is starting to kind of burn up and kind of roll off. It's been basically a year at this point since I've gone on like a full-on snow trip. I've gone on trips where there's a little bit of snow left over here and there, but not like fresh new snow. So I'm really happy I got to do this, and like I was saying earlier, it's just kind of refreshing. It kind of recharges the creative battery, as people like to say, and it leads to some cool results. What do you think, Andre?
Couldn't agree more. I mean, it's always nice to just get away from all responsibilities in life and just enjoy the beauty and just the world that God's created. So,
Amen.
especially with this wonderful snow that just kind of came up right at the beginning of the year before classes start. It's a nice little welcome back gift.
Yes. And it's so funny how it happened just like this last year. And this is just, it's so cool. And it's so nice that we have a place on campus basically that we can go and we just have this cool view.
Oh yeah.
And it's super accessible. And tons of fun hiking trails.
It never gets old.
Never does.
A few days after my adventure with Andre, the roads were clear enough to the point where I could get out towards the mountains and fly my drone from a beautiful vantage point in a nearby valley, taking advantage of stopping at a fire tower along the way. The landscape was quiet and beautiful, covered in that soft snow that I love so much. It was a blessing to be able to capture it. And when the adventure continued the next day, I rejoined Andre as well as my friend Gabe, and we headed out to an overlook to fly our drones.
Oh man, that's a wonder. Dude, that is holy cow.
The afterglow lasted for nearly an hour afterwards, which enabled us to stop by a pretty cool bridge on our way back to campus, where there was still some ice left on the river.
That's superb.
Upon making it back to campus, I was asked by a friend if I wanted to join him on an overnight camping trip to a fire tower, which you know I couldn't refuse.
This is Rocco and AJ's Mountain Adventures. Let me show you the back. Yeah.
This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fit Fire?
The Fit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh,
It only weighs 50 pounds.
only that's lightweight. Lightweight, baby. There he goes.
Alright, so we're just over halfway there, I think. And I've done this trail before, but I had a 25-pound bag. This bag, because I have all this winter gear in it, is 50 pounds. And I'm really feeling it. Because I only weigh 115. So I'm carrying like almost half my body weight. There's so much snow. I did not expect there to be this much snow. It's like a foot deep in some areas. Look right here. That's crazy deep. And I don't have snowshoes. And AJ, poor AJ's breaking trail. Hey, Rocco. I tripped.
After what felt like the longest 4 miles of my entire life, we finally reached the tower.
Oh, finally. Felt like an eternity, but we made it.
Well,
It's crazy. The best part that I was looking forward to the most was having my pizza in the fire tower. You know, there's just something so beautiful about winter sunsets. A lot of it is probably has to do with the quietness of it when it's not windy. This is actually the first time I've come to this tower and it's not been like super windy, which is, I'm very thankful for that. When there's wind, it's crazy. And even though it's supposed to get down to like a frigid like 12 with the wind chill, I think we'll be pretty toasty despite the lack of a functioning heater, because I've got this stinking bean. Like this, I've got this stinking 5-degree sleeping bag and I can hop around like this. Because I am actually not wearing shoes because my shoes are wet from trudging through 2 feet of snow today. So, yeah, well, it's pretty cool though.
When the sun had gone down, we immediately went to work on making sure that the tower was as sealed off as possible so that we could be warm. I'm very thankful that we were able to rent those 5-degree sleeping bags from the university because they made a world of difference in keeping us warm. It was a long night, but I actually did manage to fall asleep for a bit, which didn't happen the last time I spent the night up there.
Well, good morning from a very cold and very frigid fire tower. Might have been the longest night of my life. It is very cold. So I'm gonna be hanging out in this very comfortable sleeping bag for a bit. But, whew, it's crazy.
In the morning, temperatures went down as far as 12 degrees with the wind chill, so we didn't hang around very much longer after that. It was my first time doing a winter camping trip, and I'd say it was a pretty memorable experience. As January turned to February, another opportunity to go on a trip came up when my friend Ian asked if I wanted to go to West Virginia with him and his friend Albie. I hadn't seen him for a while, and he wanted to return to the same area we went to over the summer, so I jumped at the opportunity.
Alright, we are driving to Snowshoe, West Virginia. This is Rocco.
What's up?
And this is Albie, aka Jeremy Gomez. So we're super excited, and we will see you on the hike.
Initially, conditions were not looking favorable, as there had been major temperature increases the week before we went, which led to a lot of the snow melting, and the weather was forecasted to be a mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow, Despite the less than ideal forecast, we still had high hopes for our trip, and ended up being met with some beautiful snowy views at higher elevations where it was cold enough for it to stick. We set out on a 7-mile hike along the ridgeline of the highest mountain in the area, which led us to some pretty incredible sights. Hiking in the fog was a pretty unique experience, as it made everything feel dreamy and mysterious, and it made what we captured look incredible. And yes, the trail took us to yet another fire tower. I couldn't resist it.
Woo! We made it.
Once we woke up the next day, we checked out of our Airbnb and headed up to the mountains to capture some beautiful snowy views.
meeting up with an old friend.
With an old friend that Rocco and I made over the summer, and filmed a video with him. I'll drop that link here.
The most legendary guide in all of West Virginia. Nobody knows the state better than he does.
Coolest man in West Virginia, Skip Peter. The homie Skip.
The homie Skip.
That's right. We're here.
Once you get within 4 foot of a horse, they can hear your heartbeat. Once you get up on the horse, they synchronize their heart with yours.
Really?
Yep.
That's really
So
cool.
if you've got a calm, relaxed beat, they have a calm, relaxed beat.
Riding horses in the wintertime was truly a special experience. Skip was a wonderful guide and showed us around the beautiful scenery near the stables. We were totally engulfed in a winter wonderland. Looking back on this winter, I realized my initial perspective was rather bleak. A lot of my motivation to get out and capture things was dependent on weather conditions. And in the winter, what I chase is snow. But as things went on, I learned to appreciate the season for what it is, not dependent on the weather conditions I hope for. Experiencing the wonder of winter isn't about magical snowy landscapes. It's about learning to appreciate the beauty that exists even in the absence of ideal conditions. We live in a beautiful world that testifies of its creator. Take a moment to slow down, look around, and experience the wonder of winter.
Oh no! Oh, there we go.
This still is really cool though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no way.
Are you not entertained?
We are very,
We're very bean.
we are very big.
I am Bean. You are Bean. I was gonna say we're just Bean in the moment.
Ah, no, he wants to eat. Come on, buddy. Oh man.